Alexander III had one remaining living heir. His granddaughter Margaret was invited to claim the Scottish throne. Margaret was only 3 years old, and her father, Eric II of Norway, was at first reluctant to permit her passage to Scotland. It would take over 4 years for Margaret Maid of Norway to finally begin the journey that would see her crowned Queen of Scots. Margaret was said to be in good health when she set sail in the summer of 1290. Sadly, the young queen would never receive her crown. She fell ill at sea and died in Orkney. Her body was returned to Norway. Without a monarch, a group of regents assembled to conduct the business of the realm and hopefully choose the rightful successor to Alexander III. These men were the guardians of Scotland. 13 competitors emerged with a claim to the crown. The 2 strongest claimants were Robert Bruce and John Balliol. The choice was not simple. Many Scottish noble families had a preference based on loyalty and personal ambition. King Edward I of England, brother of the late Margaret of England, was called upon by the guardians. Edward oversaw a court which examined the various claims. This was known as the Great Cause. Edward was not neutral, having set his sights on controlling Scotland for many years prior. With the threat of open warfare between Balliol and Bruce growing, Edward took advantage. Edward made his choice. So what was Edward planning? Listen next week to find out. But first, let's find out what you remember about the life and death of Margaret Maid of Norway.